Says, I, a 30-year-old female, cheat on my husband, a 27-year-old male, and he's taking it well, but I feel he resents me. I know I did something awful and disgusting, and when I couldn't take the guilt anymore, I cut off my affair partner and confessed everything to my husband. Well, how nice of you. He got more upset and depressed than angry, and I begged for him not to divorce me. I proposed counseling, therapy, even allowing him to have SCX with other women, but he wasn't interested. No kidding. He married you on the basis to be just the two of you. The gal that he loved, that he thought he would share life with, have a family with, but instead you're having an affair. Of course he's depressed and hurt. And of course he doesn't want to hook up with other women. That shows that SCX is really nothing to her. It doesn't mean anything. And so she's going, oh, you can go sleep with other women. No woman that loves their guy would ever do that. He said he wanted to try to work us out, and I jumped in being the best wife a man could ask for. Smack to the husband for saying that. Should have divorced her. Why couldn't she have been the best wife a man could ask for before that? So I cook his favorite dishes, leaving him loving notes, and bought new lingerie to entice him. His reactions are lukewarm at best. He smiles and thanks me, but not once has he said he loves me since I've confessed. What do you expect? Did him just get over it the next day? The situation was reversed. Don't you think you might be a little upset beyond one day? And if he was leaving you love notes and flowers and chocolates or whatever the hell it is that's equivalent, leaving you a new car, do you think that he would that you would forgive him that quickly? No. He barely initiates the SCX, and I basically have to push myself on him, not that he complains, because he's not attracted to you. He probably sees that dude all over you. Sometimes we talk about this, but I think I still lost the man I love. Really? Because your actions showed you didn't love him. His behavior with me feels artificial, and nothing changes his facade. I can be playful, I can be sad, I can get angry, and I can get seductive. His reaction is always the stupid smile and polite words. Because he knows you're full of shit. He knows you're a great actress who can change her moods and her persona like that. He was so emotional and sincere before all this happened. I want him to let out his true emotions with me, even if he hates me. I still love him so much. What can I do to fix this? So he's being indifferent to her, and it's driving her crazy. You heard this. He was loving and affectionate and emotional to me beforehand, which probably turned her off by him being emotional. And now he's nothing. Indifferent. And it's making her nuts. Indifference really does make the difference. Now for the first update, and this is a series of updates till we get what we get to. She says, he knows I cheated. We didn't separate, and I begged him not to divorce me and let me fix this. He agreed, but his behavior since my confession has basically been one of indifference. Like I wrote in my last post, I do my best to be the best wife he could ask for. I cook his favorite foods, get him gifts, screw his brands out every night. Well, why weren't you doing that beforehand? He just smiles and thanks me. So she sucks his dick. He's like, thank you. He acts very kind, never yells at me, but I feel his icy indifference under the mask of courtesy. 2 weeks ago, he started coming home late. Very late. And when he does, he just goes to bed. I asked him what's going on, and he told me in the kindest way possible that it's not my business. I call him when he stays out, and he picked up only once. I heard a woman laughing in the background. Uh-oh. Got competition. Now, as funny as this is, he should have just ended it with her, and, but frankly, she deserves a little anxiety, if you will. I'm starting to think he's cheating back on me. It fucking hurts. If he told me at least, I would do my best to stomach it. I deserve this after all. But he won't tell me. He just shuts me out. A common friend told me she spotted him in a car with a woman she didn't recognize, and this felt like a stab in the heart. Oh, so it's a big stab in the heart to you, but it was okay when you did it to him? She said she couldn't describe her exactly because she wore big sunglasses, but she recognized my husband because of his particular taste in neckties. Really? She saw him in a car across the street because of his necktie? Does he have giant, those yellow happy faces on there or something? They were talking, but my friend said that from their position, it looked like they were holding their hands, or one of them was touching the other's lap. Her friend got all this by looking at another car. I don't know what to do. If he's having an affair, I deserve it. But I need to know. The uncertainty is killing me. What'd I tell you about uncertainty? Should I confront him? Should I try to find out more? I don't know how much I can take of this. I wish he would at least communicate with me. Next update. She says, he left me, and he was cheating on me. Shocker. Okay. It's like a drag strip behind me here. Anyway. He left me and he was cheating on me. I did like you guys said and begged him to talk to me. He didn't want to, but I cried. He didn't want to, but I cried and yelled so much I puked all over. Well, that's disgusting. So, he should have cheated on her. He should have ended with her. But, what goes around comes around. Now she knows what it feels like. He got softer with me. He helped me clean up and we talked. I'd be like, no, you can clean up your own barf, honey. I asked him if he was cheating on me and he said he was talking with someone but didn't do anything with her. I asked if she was the woman my friend saw him with, and he thought on it a little bit, but said no, it was another woman who he met a month ago in his office. I asked him how could he, and he said I gave him permission, and he didn't do anything because unloading his problems and our situation with her. That's right. She did say you go see other women. We all heard it. So what's the problem? She was just hoping that, she could say it, but he wouldn't do it, but he's actually doing it. So she gave him permission. But he played it like he was having a full affair so I could feel what he felt. Obviously because, according to him, I neglected him and made it obvious I was cheating on him. He said he was suffering and I was almost rubbing it in his face. I told him I wasn't doing it on purpose, and he said this was even worse because I didn't care at all. But what do you mean she says she wasn't cheating on him on purpose? Yes, she was. He said that everything I did after confessing meant nothing and just made him think I'm a selfish, self-centered, and lack of any sort of self-respect. I asked him if we could work on myself and our marriage, but he said we can have counseling to sort ourselves out, but the marriage is over. So it sounds to me that he just was staying there just to, punish her a little bit. He said he wishes no ill on me and decided to cut the charade because he no longer could bear to be with the woman he once loved, suffer like that. But he said, I'm no longer that woman. I started sobbing again, and he held me, but he kept saying no when I asked him if we could work this out. Lady, it's over. Take your medicine. Learn your lesson. Don't screw up the next guy you're with. I asked him what he was going to do, and he is moving out. He already found a new place. I asked him if he was going to live with a woman, and he said, okay, she fucked this whole thing up. I asked him how he could pick a total stranger he met a month ago over his wife of 5 years. I don't know, because the wife of 5 years was cheating on him. He said his wife of 5 years no longer exists. He has to pick between two strangers, and the woman made a much better impression on him. If he's moving in with a chick he met a month ago, then he's a freaking moron. I told him he was a fool, and he could not know this woman will probably use and dump him. He got harsh and said she's better than me for sure. He said he won't say to our families our marriage ended because I cheated, but because we grew apart, and that he will leave the house to me as long as I make the divorce smooth. Yeah, he could drag her name through the mud, but he's not going to do it, but you better make this divorce easy. But if I try to take him to the cleaners, drag it out, or cause any problems, he will tell everyone what I did and destroy me and my reputation. This happened yesterday, and he already packed up most of everything. I can't stop crying, and I can't believe this is happening. This is horrible and unfair. So was you cheating on him, and I'm sure it wasn't just that one time. And last update, she says, I got served divorce papers already 16 days later. This feels like a nightmare. I keep telling myself it's not real, and I'm going to wake up. My husband moved out 2 weeks ago to live with another woman, but I kept eye and ears on him. Had some friends tell me his goings-ons, and seemingly there was no other woman at all. I thought I'd hoped that he was just collecting his thoughts, and they would come back to me. But today he did it. He had me served. I don't want to believe he's done with us. I love him so much, and I miss him every day. Lady, it is over. Problem is that her perception of this guy is that he's weak. She could cheat on him after she got her kicks, and he'd take her back. She was very wrong about him. He's done with her, moved on. I have a problem with him cheating on her, but then again, we can debate. She did say, after all, you can go sleep with other women. Anything to make this work. Maybe she expected him to say, okay, I'm going to go out with this woman tonight. But regardless, she got what she deserved. End of story. It's over. But it's amazing how it's like, I could do all these things to you, and you better forgive me. But if you do these things to me, well, it's a nightmare, and I'm the victim here, and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, too bad for her. She's getting what she deserves. I wish this guy well.